Hi, it's Deandra. I'm sitting down today. It's a different vibe. I have my remote in my hands, trying to be organized. This is my desk right next to me. As you can see from the title, I am doing a Black-owned brand, luxury and contemporary wish list. I have not done a regular one for my channel, and I don't think I do want to do one. I think I'm doing this mainly because there's not really much exposure for Black brands. I have reviewed Black brands on my channel thus far, and also even Latinx founded and owned brands. But in the spirit of Black History Month coming, I am doing this wish list of items that I have on my radar, some things I've gotten already or I have purchased from that brand already, which you guys will get a review from soon. And I have other things on my radar that I would like to purchase. Also, full disclaimer, for the month of February, I'm only going to be doing reviews. If I have bought anything, I will probably do like an unboxing or a reveal, but for most part, it's only going to be reviews on Black-owned brands of which I have purchased and have used and loved. Nonetheless, let's get into it. So I have my laptop here of all the different, and I have a list, so I'm trying to be organized, of all the different brands, and it's a good amount. And I'm going to attempt to do the double screening so you can see the things as I'm talking about them. But the first brand that I'm going to be talking about is called Auvere. And I hope I'm saying it right. If not, I will definitely link it on the screen. And it's founded by a Jamaican American woman. She has both a jewelry line and a handbag line. So Auvere is the jewelry line, and she has jewelry for both men and women, and some of them can be unisex as well. Some of them can be on the higher price end, and some of them can be pretty affordable. The first item that I would like to talk to you about is called the Diamond Cone Threader Earring. It's going for $570. It's 22 karat gold, and I believe it looks stunning. It has at the end of the threader, at the cone, that's where all of the diamonds lay, and it seems very simple and elegant. Even the model that is modeling this item, it looks understated, but when you come up close to it, you can see the true beauty of the jewelry piece. And sometimes you want some items like that in your collection. So obviously you can definitely dress this up or dress it down to your liking, and it can be very versatile. So definitely worth the money, and definitely on my list to get this year. Another item that I would like to get from them is actually a sterling silver bracelet. It's called a double link bracelet, and is in a light silver color. And this one is a unisex item. And this one is actually not for too much. It's $275. Now that I'm hearing myself saying it, for sterling silver, that is a lot of money, but I would say that's how much you're paying for if you're getting sterling silver from Tiffany's. So it's quite on par, if you're okay with that budget. It seems very good on both models, male and female. So if you're looking to buy for either for yourself or whoever, it's definitely versatile. And I think I'm going to add that as a everyday jewelry piece for sure. The last item from this brand, I think it's Auvere. Is it Auvere? I feel like it's French. It gives like a French vibe.
I actually think it may be pronounced Auvere.
It's called the Praying Mantis Diamond Ring. So she has one that is narrow and just has literally just one band. And then there's another one called Wide, where there's three all together, like three bands connected into one. That's the one I really, really want. And they're both in 22 karat gold, with diamonds just embellished around it. But $3,900 for the Wide is a bit steep for me. Even though I love that one the most, and I think it's so beautiful and elegant, you could definitely dress that up and dress it down. I don't think I would wear it dressed down, to be honest, because it's diamonds, but it's so super, super pretty. But I can definitely afford the narrow. I'm going to see which one I get. I don't know if I'm going to get that this year. I think I would have to wait some time. Now, I do have an item from her handbag line, which is called Peryton. that is what drew me to her in the first place. I was just Googling, looking up for Black brands, and it came up in a Google search, and I actually liked a lot of her stuff. And she only has, if I remember correctly, about 7 different looks or collections, and you can get it in different colors. However, I had to be realistic to my personal style and what I wear every day. And from taking all those considerations, I decided to go with the Indomita. I hope I'm not butchering it, but this bag looks beautiful in any color. It's a simple, classic design. It has 5 feet at the bottom. I personally like the Gucci colors. The green with the orange. I think it looks so classic, so beautiful. You can dress that with a nice pair of jeans. Honestly, you can pair it with a lot of different things because it's olive. It's a green olive color. And the orange is like a nice burnt orange, and it gives it some pizzazz to the bag. There's 2 colors, the cognac color and I would say like a brick burnt red color. That's all just that. Those are the only 2 bags that are just full in that color. The other bags are color blocked on the sides. The one that was a hard contender was the ivory with the cognac at the sides, but I don't know. When I thought of it, I felt like I would like the olive more, but that ivory is very pretty. The ivory with the brown looks beautiful. So if I change my mind, you will notice. But the price tag on this is a bit steep, and I've never spent that much amount of money on any bag, no matter what brand it is. But this is luxury, and I would like to think that is, worth the money because it's luxury, Black luxury. So it is $37.90. Yes, that is $3,790. And you have to put in a deposit of $1,895. The only difference between the jewelry line and the handbag line is the jewelry line you can actually use certain payment methods like Affirm to pay off an item instead of putting down all the money at one time. But it seems like for the handbags for Peryton, you don't have that option. So that's one thing to bear in mind when you're thinking about this. But definitely, if you look at her other bags, I think Skyra is very beautiful. I don't see myself picking it up. Like, it would just be something I would just have in my closet to say, I support it and I like it, but I'm not wearing it. Another bag that was very close was the Insukante. I hope I'm saying it right. She has really interesting names for the bags. And she gives like an explanation as to what the bag is and how, like, the inspiration and what it's supposed to be, what it means, which I think is pretty cute. And if I were to do a color in that bag, it will definitely be either the ivory or the olive, but definitely the ivory. But yeah, the Indomita is definitely the bag that I love the most out of all of her collections. All right. Next brand is called Petit Kouraj, and I don't know if you've heard of this. They're actually on Nordstrom, and you can find them, in some mainstream department stores. I actually I think I found them through Nordstrom, and then I looked them up and so forth because it labeled them as Black owned and Black founded. So if you don't know, Petit Kouraj is a Haitian, I don't know if she's Haitian American. I think she's Haitian and English, like from Britain. But it's a Haitian brand, and all of the bags are made in Haiti. Okay, I believe for Peryton, all of the bags are either made in the U.S. or in Italy. But don't quote me on that because I have not really confirmed that. But if I remember correctly from when I was doing research, which was months ago last year, to be honest, I believe it was either in Italy or in the U.S. But all of the bags are handmade in Haiti. So I definitely love that aspect of it because you're bringing back you know, the roots, you're creating jobs back home. I come from a Caribbean descent household. I'm the first generation born here. So I call it back home because that's what it always has been in my house. So I love the fact that she incorporated her roots and, you know, brought and tied it all together, and it's also mainstream, and she has some beautiful bags. So I don't know if I have it on the screen. She has it in many different colors on the website. You have a mini, you have the large, you have the shoulder bag, you have a combination. I definitely love the fringe. I can definitely see it when it's moving. It's been on my radar since last year, and I just couldn't, why I haven't pulled the plug, I just couldn't figure out which color do I want. I was going to get the pink and the orange. That was the first one I ever saw. And then I realized, no, I want the ivory with the ombre tan fringe. And then I've just been all over the place, long story short. Now I have settled. I want a simple beige color. I foresee this as being as a nice traveling bag because it's knitted, it's squishable, it's not going to be messy, and I can definitely take that on my travels. I foresee that being perfect, and it has a strap. The only thing I would say, if you're ordering it online or through their own website, not all of them will come with a strap for the mini bags or even the larger bags. The larger bags definitely do not come up with a strap. However, if you order through Nordstrom, you will get, for the mini bags at least, you will get a strap with it. So that is one thing to consider, because the straps are they are adjustable, but they are about $65 to $70. So that's an extra added expense. But the bag that I am thinking of buying is actually going to be on Nordstrom, because I do not see the color on their website anymore. So the color that I want, at least. So the color that I want is a simple caramel color, and it comes with a adjustable strap as well. And I think it's so beautiful. You can wear it dressed up with a little, just with the bag alone without the strap, and just wearing it as a top handle, or you can wear it crossbody or as a shoulder bag. And I love versatility with all my bags. It's a must. So definitely something to think about. So the next brand that's on my wish list is actually on the fragrance side. And I'm actually late in the game when it comes to this, because I literally just saw this about a couple, I'll say probably 3 weeks ago. And I'm very hesitant on buying fragrances online without smelling them first. And I have not been in a Nordstrom store recently to try it out. And for not all the time, the same things that you see online, you will see in the stores. But this brand is called Brown Girl Jane. So on the Nordstrom website, she has three fragrances, and they're called Casablanca, Bahia, and Lamu. Okay, I can read to you what their essences are and what their smells are and so forth like that. So for the Casablanca, you have cardamom, marshmallow, incense, saffron, a soft suede vanilla orchid, and a glowing amber soft monk's sandalwood as the base. So that's a whole lot. They break it down as to what the top, the middle, and base are. I just combined it all together. I do not study fragrances, so I don't know the differences in terms of the top, middle, and base and so forth, but that's what it all pretty much entails of, and what you will be smelling. So in from how it's described, it's definitely up my alley, because I like more I would say floral fragrances that smell profoundly soft. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I honestly do not know if I'm making any sense. But I love fragrances that smell elegant. And it sounds the soft suede, okay? The vanilla orchid, okay? Sandalwood. It smells serene. It sounds and it sounds like it will smell serene. And that sounds very inviting. So definitely on my radar, it is in my cart. So perhaps you'll see a review. And for the Bahia, this one is a little bit off for me, but I'm still going to buy it and try it. Peach nectar, water lotus, orange flower essence. That's where it lost me. The peach nectar was like, I was borderline, and then when it said orange flower, orange for me as a scent is not going to work well. But let's see. The middle is tuberose. I have no idea what that means. Jasmine petals, golden gardenia, vanilla bean, cedarwood, and cashmere musk. So the middle part, which has the jasmine petals and gardenia, sounds good, but this is definitely something that I don't think I'm going to enjoy, but I'm going to try it and see how it goes. Now lastly, L'amour. L'amour has bergamot, I hope I'm saying that right, coastal sage, Italian lemon. See, when you do citrus scents, it overpowers things. So that's why I'm very scared with the orange and the lemon. I do not see myself liking these scents unless it's very, very, very subtle. But it even so, it overpowers. Like potpourri, they use citrus in there all the time, and it cuts the lavender. It cuts everything. Okay, it has salty plumera. Yes, salty plumera, coconut water, gardenia, driftwood, solar musk, and sandalwood. So honestly, the only one that's up my alley is the first one, Casablanca. But if you're definitely into, or any of these sound interesting to you, you can definitely check them on Nordstrom. I'm not sure if they have their own website. I have not gotten that far in my research. I literally just came across this brand recently. So, secondly, secondly is Tori Soudan. I love this brand. I love this brand. I love this brand. And I'm going to be doing a review on one of their items shortly after to start the first Black brand review on my channel. Official one, because I've done others, in a mixture of hauls and whatever the case may be. But this one is just going to be solely, okay? They are mainly a shoe brand. However, they've recently, I would say recently, they've started within the last year or so to do handbags as well. There's this one particular bag. It's a tote that has caught my eye, and I have not pulled the plug, mainly because of the color that I like. Now, the color that would make more sense for my style is the color in black, but it just doesn't, like, I know I would use it out of necessity, and I have that bag, will be big enough, I'm going someplace nice. It's a classy tote, okay? This is not your everyday tote. If you want to use it that way, you can. No, it is a classy tote, okay? It's giving me Chanel vibes. It's giving me everything, okay? However, the color that I love is the green. The green with the gold hardware. I believe this has feet. Yes, it does. It has feet. It has, I believe, a section in the middle that separates two compartments and so forth. It is a beautiful bag. I think I'm going to get it this year. I was just thinking about it the other day, and I'm just like, D'Andre, you can use that green bag in many other ways than you think. Get it. And I've noticed there's some bags that I've only thought about it for a few outfits or situations, and they have come in a lot more handy than I had thought. And then there's some bags that I never even thought of it working into or an outfit or something like that, and it's come in very handy. So sometimes you just need to take the plunge. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But this item is called the Madison Quilted Tote Bag, if I have not said it already. And it is going for $548, which is not too bad for a luxury brand and a tote. Okay, this is Napa leather. Yes, quilted Napa leather, and as you can see, the quilting is signature to this brand. They have wallets, shoes, other bags that are in this quilting pattern. For this bag exactly, there's only 3 colors: the green, a berry color, and a black. The only thing I would say about this brand is that they don't really restock very often. Like, I have never seen them restock. They literally make everything go. So you need to really jump on things when you see them dwindling. And right now it has 4 bags remaining, so I need to make a decision very quickly. The item that I will be reviewing, I got it on final sale and I took a chance, and thankfully they had it in my size. And even that was a bit close, because if the shoe was not, oh gosh, I gave it away. It's a shoe. If the shoe was not made well, it would not have fit. And we'll go into that discussion later. Another item that I really like from them that I would want, but I took too long and my size is not there anymore. And that is the Kelsey Peep Toe ankle boot in the uninterrupted white. Yes, it is beautiful. Oh my gosh, even the model that is wearing it, you can see how it just hugs her foot so nicely. This is definitely a late spring, early summer, late summer to early fall type of boot. You want to wear it in that in-between weather where it's not too cold and it's not too hot. It's just right, and you can get away with wearing an ankle boot toe with your toes out. Okay, that's the weird thing with peep toe boots, because it's just that weird in between, and you honestly don't see them that much, but I think the design is very clever. And as I said, she started out with shoes. She's mostly known for her shoes. Tori Soudan is the owner and the name of the brand. She studied in Italy and so forth, and all of her items are made in Italy, and I can confirm that with the purchase that I bought as well. So definitely a person to look into. The last brand that I have here is Aminah Abdul Jillil. I hope I'm saying her last name correct. I have also bought an item from her as well, so this is and you will have a review sometime this month. But there are a couple more things that has caught my eyes that I definitely would like to get. So the first one is called the buckle sandal. Now, if you're new to my channel, you may not know actually, that I have a hard time finding shoes that fit my feet, especially the ones that have a strap that comes across, because I have very wide, thick, broad feet. So the buckle sandal caught my eye because you can adjust every single position on that shoe. And for any shoe, you don't really get those options. And I love the edginess of it as well. It's giving me biker type as well, but you can definitely dress it up. Okay, so it's definitely versatile in that way. This is made with leather upper, leather sole, leather outsole. All of it is leather. Okay, and it's a bit on the higher side for me. I like to have a 4-inch heel as my max. This is 4.5 inches, so it's just a half an inch higher. But listen, it makes a difference at times. But if I do get this shoe this year, which it was out of my size for a while, and it still is. So I'm going to have to wait for them to get back in stock. but you can use Shop Pay for Aminah. You can also use Shop Pay for Tori Soudan as well. I forgot to mention that. So you have some other payment options if you cannot, or if you would like to utilize that. Another shoe that I definitely would like, and I'm scared to do it, mainly because I hate plastic on a shoe. I know that has been a trend for some time, like the clear heel, the clear shoe. I mean, I like it if it's done correctly to my taste. This shoe is a pointed toe with their signature bow at the top, and it is a comfortable heel. You can get it in a 3-inch or a 4-inch, and it's a slingback. So I like slingbacks. You can definitely, if it's done correctly and it's the size proportions are done correctly, it can definitely fit your foot very secure, and you have no care in the world. The only thing I am a bit scared about is that the slingback strap is plastic as well. So I'm hoping it would not cut into my feet at all. And I'm also hoping that the plastic at the pointed toe area doesn't cut into my feet at all. So that's, there's a lot of things that I'm hoping for here. But the shoe is beautiful. I want it in the silver. It's called Allura Silver. And it's the silver crystal bow detail in the front. And main reason why I am okay with the PVC is because it gives the impression as if the bow is like suspended on a strap, but there isn't. That's how I should say it. So yes, that is my black owned luxury and contemporary wish list for 2023. I hope you loved it. If you have any recommendations on brands that you recommend to me, because listen, most of my brands that I've seen, I've gotten through Instagram. Okay, I do not post on Instagram, but guess what? I do look at what people have to offer. So, and some things came from my own research as well. But definitely interested in how things play out. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'll definitely respond. I would like to see you back again. Hopefully you can join me for this month of February for my reviews on black owned brands that I have already purchased and have worn and used and love. And then I think after that, I'm just going to spin it off onto a series, just forever, on new brands or new items that I've bought from black brands. And that's it. Bye.